sponsored by Kangook and Paramotor Naples. Bad Apples 2024. Hodges Field, awesome.
All right. Bad Apples 2024.
So I went for my first flight. The fewest people of the entire trip were flying.
All right, let's do it.
Immediately had to break in with a barrel roll, a couple of wing overs and barrel rolls. They're there to get ready for the event. I don't know if this is the correct day in the order of videos, but there were a ton of people there, some stacked flyers, came in for a landing.
Woo-hoo. Let's get that sucker off the line.
Saw some sweet takeoffs for my next flight.
Nice. Future power. Michael.
The Future Power Wing by Flow is an A-wing, and it is super stable and easy to fly. And I figured for the fact that there were so many people there and I had no shoes on, that I probably wanted the easiest thing I had to fly in the shortest landing time possible. Put my wing over the side of the line, which impressed me, along with some other folks. Michael had to pump up his tent.
It's almost there.
Eli was flying his Cosmos Power 2, 19 meter, I believe. It doesn't like to collapse. Does not like to collapse. Watch some folks take off. There goes Eli. There's Joe. Thank you very much to Joe and Carol for housing myself and Scotty during our learning of how to be USPPA trained instructors. They are wonderful hosts. Thank you so much. Can't say thank you enough. Somebody went in the pond, possibly on purpose. Oh, any drone shots you see are from Scotty. He had some sort of a drone there at Bad Apples and was taking some amazing video. Also, if you're some of the people that gave me your names and descriptions of your wings, I very much appreciate it, and I was trying to make sure I could say all your names and say thank you to you in my video, and I realized that there's a lot of people with very similar wings, and I mean, there were like 300 plus pilots at this.
Day 3, Bad Apples. Morning flight with Eli.
Launching straight at the campers.
This is going to be Eli's redemption flight. Redemption flight. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Oh.
What a cool morning. There were 2 layers of clouds. There's a bottom layer and a top layer, and you could fly between them. Very surreal, very awesome, on par for flying in Georgia at Hodges.
All right, day 3, evening flight.
Woo! Try not to mess up their wings. So this flight was the one where Eli and I went up to 8,500 feet. I'm leaving this full dive bomb here because Eli and I were right next to each other, and I was shocked. I mean, I was on an 18-meter hydron when I was doing this, but I was shocked when I looked up and realized how much altitude I had lost from just doing a couple little wing overs.
Oh my god.
So I caught back up to Eli,
Dang, this is awesome.
and we were scoping out these clouds. Easily the most gorgeous flight of the whole Hodges Field Bad Apples flight. It's so cool to go in these canyons of clouds. They're so surreal. And then this fella popped out of the clouds. Something on an ozone, red, white, and blue. But I noticed that the red is in the front, not in the back, which I definitely thought I found whoever this was later. Blue in the front, not the same person. Nighttime at Bad Apples was very cool. Lots of lights. Next day we had some switchy, trashy air low. You might be able to see the wobble in the wings that are going by, or some tip collapses on these wings as people go by. It was flyable, but just not my preferred turbulence level. Charlie's Soap. Little tip collapse there. Woo! That was close. Nice landing. Oh, this guy's propeller broke, or something broke, and you could hear it. And he flew to the other end of the field and set it down nicely and landed, no problem. Went over, non-issue, but yeah, something was broken. Everywhere you look, there were more pilots. Hey, it happens to the best of us. Good try. Nice takeoff on some fat wheels. Jordan got a new RPM 2XC 15-meter wing. Custom colors. Danny said he was going to go for a short flight today. It's actually one of his longer flights if you count it by seconds. Nice. Then conditions were perfect for kiting, so you'll see the chariot dog enjoying all the people flying their kites around and all the people kiting their wings. The fellas. Somebody had an RC boat. In the downtime, there's people with RC boats, RC helicopters, people with little fighting kiting wings. I don't know what they're called. They're these little 2-line itty bitty wings. I'll show you later. After a storm, we had some brave individuals taking flight. I believe that's Ben. I'll check to make sure 100%, but I think that's Ben flying around on his baby blue and white paramotor with his baby blue and white wing. Getting to know the water in a biblical sense, and by biblical I mean walking on water. Look at this. He turns his motor back on while reverse kiting. That was pretty cool. Then we had a storm coming in, and the lightning was striking. There's tornado warnings too. We were watching the storm come in. It looked gnarly, nasty. The next day, the aftermath of bad apples, it was a swamp there, an absolute swamp. There I am. Oh, that's our neighbors. They got struck by lightning right there, right next to us. And I was having a great time. Whoop. And some folks launching. In this next part, you're probably going to see multiple launches, some failed launches, some successful. This was the windy part of the day. Don't kill my vibe with a successful launch. Nice job. Look how switchy that wind is. Now this is impressive. Whoa. He comes in for a little foot drag thing, but his motor shuts off or something happens, and he saves it and brings his wing down. The Charlie Soap guy was trying to do a reverse with his trike, which is in itself very impressive. And you'll see I tried to get all of his attempts on camera. Jordan flying his AWOC. Almost. Michael doing some ripping around on his Oster. There goes Gorilla. Look at the deformation on that wing. So he takes off, sees it, comes into land, and as he lands, pop, it comes right back out. Sees that it's fixed, so what does he do? Takes off again. Pro level stuff. Speaking of pro level, Brad Roper turns around, his wing starts falling way, way, way to the left. Gives a little bit of power, a little bit of brake. Nice recovery into a double foot drag. There are some real smooth takeoffs here. Scotty! Deep in the brakes, but success. You see how that logo's drifted off to the right side a little bit on the top of that wing? That's because that is the Dudek Drift Air. Beautiful. There goes Scott on his beloved disco. Thank you, Michael, for lending a Paramotor to Scott so we could go for a little flight. Whew. Those wind conditions were picking up a little bit. Poor wing. That poor well laid out wing. Oh my gosh. Oh no. I like that new design. There goes Charlie Soap. Once again, he had to do a forward takeoff. I didn't see him do a reverse. I saw he was flying earlier. I think his motor died as he was trying to take off. Just takeoff after takeoff after takeoff after takeoff. It was cool seeing all the pilots flying. You can tell now with one after the next successful takeoffs that the wind is starting to smooth out a little bit and get a little easier to launch in. A little bit of foot drag action going on over at the pond. Acro Adam on his customized paramotor. There goes a powered parachute. Look how high up those risers go before they start to split off into the individual lines. Flat top. Somebody gave Danny some sort of firearm. He started blasting at the camera and decided that that wasn't a good enough victim, so he just started firing into the crowd. Tight takeoff there with the future power, and then I decided to see what it was really able to do. And it throws around nicely. This is an A-wing.
Well, this has been quite the bad apples. This whole entire place is completely full of people. Cappy! Yeah, there's Cappy. The Cat Master.
If you see the guy at these fly-ins with the trike,
this is cool
and he's popping smoke in the air, most likely Cappy. Also, for courtesy's sake, I usually try to get my wing as close as I can to the line so other pilots can land easily, not in their way. Check out this rig. There's no propeller on it. It's just to learn how to taxi. Perfect. There goes Jordan. Woo. Whoa, close one, but he did fine. Got up in the air, did a little acro, had some fun. Brad Roper ripping it up close to the ground. He's got his gin carve going straight up into the sky. Woo! Real close to the camera. Dual layers again. Oh man, it was so much fun dive bombing those little clouds. The clouds were happening often. Here's another example. That's the future power, but it's blue, which makes it slightly faster or something. I'm not sure. There goes Kyle on his Cosmos Power 2.
That's Sky. I'll get you, Scotty.
Eli and I are flying. He's also on a Cosmos Power 2.
There's the RPM
The next morning, we got up nice and early.
Tripped out. Yeah, that's right. Mine goes to 11, buddy. Let's look a lot further. People were asking me about the oscillations on the RPM 2XC, and I think that what they did was from the RPM 2 to the XC, or whatever it was that caused that oscillation effect, they must have either dampened it or killed it off pretty good, because I've been hands off here for, you know, mostly almost the way since Hodges, and there's this factory right here. It definitely is putting out some steam or something. And there's bumps, but I'm not oscillating. Even if I go full power, very little change in direction. I can feel the angle of attack change on this pretty significantly. Go down to 5. Go up to single point probably. Yeah, I like that. Actually, I think that I'm going to do full on handlebars right now. I think that's the ticket.
This wing was great for cross country. It was nice and stable, fast. I could trim way out, I could trim way in. Had multiple ways of controlling the toggles. I did that. The first time I ever went to Bad Apples, I came to this exact spot and did the exact same thing. Every year it changes. Every year this quarry looks so much different. And also there was a ton of people flying in the quarry. I know you can see 4 in front of me right here, but there was like, I don't know, 15 or 20. Also the RPM 2 could barrel roll and do wingovers just fine. I was shocked at how easy it was, but 20 meter wing, you know, no problem. Wings a little sideways. Woo. That's what we're talking about, baby. Nice launch, Joe. Woo! He's flying a Blizzard. A BGD Blizzard. And look, my little family. At this point in the day, the wind was coming in, and like Eli says in the background, this is almost beach conditions. Check out this 1-2 step, barely 2 steps for that takeoff. This next part, if you check out the wings, look at the shape of the wings and look how they scrunch and wiggle wobble a little bit. That's because as the wind picks up and hits the trees, it causes some turbulence, and then also it's getting later and later in the day, so you get a little bit of thermic activity. Here's those tiny two-line wings. I don't even know what these are called. Man, they can take a beating. Hey. That's not sped up, that's regular speed. Also, there was a fella flying his electric helicopter, which was very, very entertaining. That thing's huge. Aww. Look around on the hydron. Oh, thank you everyone who signed my my red shoes this year. I had a ton of signatures. Everybody that stopped by the booth, everybody that I saw that was happy to sign them, thank you so much. Got Mac Hodges on there and everyone else. Probably about half the people flying right here are the ones on those shoes. There goes Cappy flying into the sunset. I came in and landed just a little bit early, just so I could come in and get some of these shots of people coming in for a landing.
Eli, look behind you, dude. Every person on the planet coming in.
Recording me?
Just recording you, Eli. Happy.
People just having a good time at Bad Apples. Woo! Easily the coolest hoop lighting system that I saw at Bad Apples was this guy's with the crazy lights that would bounce around and dance. Look at that. And then the Aurora Borealis something, the Aurora something. Pink, purple lights in the sky, huge pillars that went up hundreds of miles, billions of miles perhaps. And then the next day. A couple midday flyers checking out how the thermals feel. Brock immediately got in trouble for landing. He had no idea, but that yellow plane was supposed to be taken off, and they came over and they said, "No!" Straight up, like a rocket ship. So I talked to Adam and I talked to Cappy about going over to this field that's behind Hodges and getting some aerobatics filmed. And they said, heck yeah. So Cappy ran this smoke machine. A couple wing overs and whatnot, some barrel rolls. Spirals. Adam was doing some infinity tumbles, back flying, heli. I've never seen somebody do any of these things in person. I've seen SATs in person, but I've never seen helis or anything like that. And this fellow with the Gin Falcon, I believe. I think that's Nick taking off with the red ozone wing. Whoop! To be fair, that grass is kind of slippery when it's wet. Wet grass, my friend.
Yeah.
After this point, the wind got a little weird, and this particular person was having a hard time getting that Gin Falcon to inflate correctly again. But he tries and tries, and you'll see he perseveres. There's Jesse doing a little kiting. Hey, who's that? Adam went back up. I think he has an HE engine or something. I don't remember what he said, but it's a rocket ship. Brock has his new sweet, very cool ozone wing. Some people might recognize it from some events. Whew. Sweet foot drag. Jesse doing a little drive-by. Brock hydro dip that. That looks sweet. Check out this guy's trike has a ballistic reserve on it. I think that's what that canister is. There's Adam. Adam and his lady. Thanks, Ben, for trying out the RPM 2XC. This is a 17-meter wing. Set back up into the wind. Off he went. Had to move over the Nanic over to the aviator tent. Eli went to go take off with the disco, and check out this deformation. Something was caught on something. Whoop. Man.
Good kill.
One of my last little rips around Hodges was on the 18-meter hydron. Put the camera pretty close to myself so you can kind of see how far upside down I was going. Met up with this person. I don't know who this was, but they had a sweet wing, and we flew together for quite a long time. Then you see Rob Condella down there with his world-famous Parajet wing. Dive bombed little trees next to Hodges.
Chipper! I gotta still see Chipper. Still haven't seen my
I got to see Chipper for like 0.1 seconds the whole time I was there. Of course, got to wrap it up with some foot drag action on the pond. And I think this was the last night that I filmed anything. Unfortunately, of course, my GoPro didn't work for when I went to take a video of flying next to Mac Hodges' ultralight airplane, but or Kit Fox or whatever it is. But it was still super awesome to get to be part of that, and the entire event was super, super fun. Tornadoes and hurricanes and lightning and oh my aside, it was tons and tons and tons of fun. I can't wait for next year's event. Had an awesome time. And thanks to everybody who stopped by the booth and signed my shoes, and thanks to everybody who hung out with me while I was there. Had a lot of fun. You guys are awesome. It's my favorite time of year. Bad apples. One final little launch as everybody was all packed up. A couple little flyers left, but yeah, thanks everybody for watching. Hopefully I'll see you next year, and peace. See you later.